Hey everybody, I hope you're doing pretty well. We had some pretty cool announcements at the Bitcoin event today. If that payment system that Jack set up really gets used by a lot of company, Bitcoin should go up in the future. But today I'm doing a really quick recap about Nintia estate. Now I did my first video 2 weeks ago. Not that many people watched it. More people tuned in for the giveaway because everyone likes free things. There will be more Nintia giveaways in the future. So if you get into this, you could win some free buildings from me, guaranteed, and there might even be a land giveaway in the near future. You'll have to stay tuned to the channel and talk in the Telegram group if you want to know more. So we're going to start with a little bit of a brief overview of this project, get into how to mint some lands, how to build those lands, talk about some of the functionality, show you a few new things, and talk about where we see this going in the future. So the price is sitting just under a penny. Now, when I did my very first video, it was about a penny and a half, so it is down a little bit from then. It is a token that does inflate within the game, so there is a chance for people to earn it and dump it. There is still some private sales going out, so there could be a few more drops in price. Just one more, I understand, happening on the 20th of April, so we got to look out from that. But the very interesting thing about getting into this game at this point is this low cost of the coin gives you a very low entry price because everything in the game is listed in the coin. The cheaper the coin is, when you get in, the cheaper your items, your land, your properties, and everything that you get is, lowering your risk. Your risk is now 50% lower than my risk, and yet I'm still doing well even with the coin going down from 1.5 cents to just under a cent. And the reason why is because I have been making good moves in it. I've been adding over time. I bought more in when it was at a penny, so I drove down my price. And just to kind of give you an idea of my current holdings before we get into minting, I do have an updated sheet here. Thanks again to my buddy who got me into this, because he does the hard work of making this for me, because I don't have a team behind me, and this kind of stuff would make it take longer for me to get to videos. But it's estimated that even with the token at this price, we'd have to adjust it here a little bit and change this down to 9 cents. So you could drop this down to about $2,500 a year. And that's if the coin were to not go anywhere. This is with a very minimal investment. My initial cost of this stuff was not too much. So overall, I'm sitting here going, I can definitely make my money back. I can really earn it back in about 2 months. And if I continue to play the game, I'll earn a little bit more. Now, there is some give and take. When I get into these games, I tend to reinvest money into them, hoping to see the game reach a new level, and then start selling the coin, not when it's down here at these levels, but when it's at an upper level. Think about it. You could get into this game now with the price under a penny or at a penny, depending on when you see this video, and you could be selling this same coin for, like, I don't know, 1.5 cents, 2 cents, and you'd be making twice the amount of money that you thought you were going to make. If this was a 2-cent coin, double this. If it was a 5-cent coin, now I'm making over 1,000. If this was a 10-cent coin, now I'm making quite a bit more, right? Move that comma over, add a zero. That's $27,000 a year. This is the kind of future that we see for this coin, because you have to remember something that a lot of people might be overlooking. The coin is not your typical farmed coin. It is not ever inflating. It has a fixed supply. It's been burned in certain situations. It's a deflationary token, but the game is built to where you have to spend the coin within the game. That's how they refill their token to be able to issue it out to us for rent. There's a lot of things that you have to buy. There's taxes when you take money out of the game. So really, it's all about being able to build up your holdings so that you get a bigger piece of the pie, and that's why getting in now while you can still get that is good. Also, they have worked in their second mini game, and they are still going to hopefully have their 3D world live in Q3 of this year with their more Sim City type game. At that point, there will be additional gameplay within the game. There's talked about weather events, special other kind of events, and that managing your property will be a lot different than what it is today. Today, the game runs in a very simple web browser, very simple point and click, and it is definitely not the simplest game I've seen. It's not just like a click and wait type game, and it does have a very complex marketplace, P2P market, and all of those type of things. So those are all great things for it. But it's definitely going to be a much more interesting game when you're in a three-dimensional world, when you have to do more things managing your property. So now I just want to go ahead and get into the current state of the land sale. Now, when I did my first, I got to switch back over to Binance. This is on the Binance Smart Chain for anybody that didn't know. And let's go to my main account. Ooh, look at me with my big 1.6 BNB. I don't keep a lot of funds in my MetaMask wallet. As you know, I'm a Celsius user, so my bigger funds are over there earning rewards. But when I first started covering this, we still had a few hundred plots of the Nopolis. I went ahead and bought a few of those. As you can see, if I go to my lands, I have 3 of those. I bought the Bridgetown because somebody was selling one of the originals that have bigger bonuses on them on the P2P market. And once these sold out, I picked up a beach. So the beaches were down to 142, and I probably will be picking up another one of these today, and I'll be showing you how I got set aside some funds to be able to do that when I first joined this project. And then when after this is gone, we're going to have Bridgetown gone, and then we're going to have Wakefield gone. And this is something that you might think could drive the token price down, right? Because, oh my gosh, all the land sold out. There's no more things to buy anymore. But once people have bought all of these lands, and a lot of people might be like me, you're speculating on the land, and you're not immediately buying your properties. Then you go ahead and you have to go into the property shot, and you have to do the property mints. And that's one of the things that we're going to be doing today, because if you go and look at my lands, I have no properties on my beach, and I have an open one, I think, on a few of these ones. So we'll go over to the actual game. This is the marketplace page. As you can see, they do have the P2P market where you can buy things. I don't really suggest using these because there are B&B fees when you do the sales. Again, the team owns no tokens. They buy tokens when they need to give them out for sponsorships and things like that. They earn all their money in B&B fees within the marketplace and within certain parts of the game. This is so that they can fund their game, fund their development, and never have to worry about them pushing down the value of the token. At the same time, when we told them, hey, what does that mean that you guys aren't going to be pushing for the token to go up in value? They go, no, obviously that makes no sense at all, because nobody's buying these properties at this price because you don't want to pay the B&B fee, because realistically you might as well just go ahead and mint a new property and have a chance to get something much better. And maybe today we'll get my first skyscraper, because I haven't got one yet. So if you look over all my buildings so far, I'll go ahead and put the best ones up at top. So I've gotten myself a couple 14-room buildings. Those are some of the second best properties, but no skyscrapers yet. I have toyed around with painting a little bit, so I can talk to you about that. If you try to paint your property, you're looking to have it turn bright gold, like an entire gold. This is not gold, this is yellow. The whole building would be gold, and then that would give you a 15% bonus. If you get black, you get a 6% bonus on income, and if you get white, you get a 2% bonus on income. So right now I'm just painting things. My typical way of doing this is I go to the store and I buy the paint, about 20 at a time, and then you're able to go ahead and try to get a new color. This is another way that they take money back in. Everything in this store that you buy sends money back into the game. So this is the NE token. This is how they keep their coffers full, and they always make sure they're able to mint it. Now remember, there is a change that one token equals 100 of these, so you have to remember that when you're talking about the money. I don't have 80,000 tokens. I have around 8,000 tokens, but when you take them out, there's a 25% tax, so I have even less than that. So you have to remember that when you're talking about what you need to, when you're looking at these prices. Also, these don't cost 300 tokens. These things cost about 3 tokens. This costs 1 token. This costs 4 tokens. And you can see once you're within the internal game, there's no fees on anything. You're just going to be earning your rent, and you're going to be buying these different things. When you go, so maid insurance, now that I know how it works for sure, when you put maid insurance on your buildings, like this one here, nobody came and cleaned it, it protects me from losing any rent. So I will still earn full value for the rent on these. The math on them does work. At the current prices, even on the smallest building, it is better to put a maid insurance on the building. You come out slightly ahead in the long run. So people are going to be constantly buying these if they don't get enough people to do the cleanings. Now, they did up the cleanings to where you can do 60, and basically what I've been doing with my Telegram group is we made a nice little we have a pinned list. So I'll go ahead and bring this over here, and we have this pinned Google document here. Anybody can join this, so I'll show you. So you have my properties, you have a buddy of mine who's playing the game with me, all of his, a couple of the other smaller players who have decided to join with just one land and try the game out, and we all able to try to help each other and clean each other's properties. So if you do join into the game, oh, there's a look at my OpenSea account, probably just close that so it doesn't happen again. I do have a decent amount of NFTs, right? But the this hopefully helps you. Now, we ask each other to clean our smaller buildings, so I wasn't expecting anybody to clean my bigger ones. So if I go this way, you can see some of these ones with my smaller ones, like this one somebody cleaned for me, this one somebody cleaned, this one somebody cleaned, so I don't have to use maid insurance. Going over some of the other items, repair kits let you do repairs, but the only way really to repair is to play the game shortly after a reset. For me, it does it at 5 p.m. PST, but at the same time every day you can move that over into your time zone to know you want to come over about 2 hours after that, and then you'll have a lot of chances to do repairs. If you're not playing with anybody, if you don't join our Discord, our Telegram, where we have a lot of active players, they help each other, they give each other tips, they're very supportive of each other. There's usually somebody on at almost any time of the day that is playing this game, so it's been nice that we have a couple really active players. But when you come to the map, you can see you'll always see a ton of opportunities to do your 60 cleanings. You won't have any problem doing that, and that's a way that you can make some money within the game. But you won't see any repairs here, right? Because the repairs go quick, because they are more profitable. You can only do 10 a day, but they only cost 100 and you make 750, whereas with the cleaning there's not as much profit in those. So there's a little mini game right there to just be able to do the repairs. They do have also a lottery, and I actually won the lottery the other day. So you can buy these tickets, it's up to you. You can look how many are in them, and you can see how big the prizes are. I won the other day just buying 6 tickets, and it was pretty cool, so it helped boost up my overall things. I think, yeah, see, as you can see, they don't pay out just one person. Depending on how much money is being drawn, they pay up to 20 different people. These are all internal mechanisms that you can see. And then, mini games, they're up here. They have Thief Hunter in now, but they do have a second mini game that is coming out. It's basically going to be kind of a very quick mental game where they're going to show you 2 images, and then you have to figure out which image on the bottom goes with those 2 images based on some certain rules that has to do with colors and tools. So it's not always going to be the colors that matter. Sometimes it's going to be the tools. Other times it's going to be the colors that matter. Other times it's going to be the colors and tools. But in general, 4 people enter. You go ahead and see who has the quickest mind to get the right answers. You earn points throughout the rounds, and the top two out of 4 people win money. Thief Hunter is a little game where you have to go ahead and click on thieves that go ahead and join the game, and basically it's like click on the right things, and whoever clicks on the most of them wins. But if you click on the wrong things, you get minus points. It's always based on 4 people playing the game, and then you go ahead and have a way to win some money. So that's something that's pretty cool. But now let's go ahead and get into minting properties and building properties so that you can see that. So I'm going to go to my land so we can see how many I need to mint. So I have 1 open spot here, I have 5 open spots here, and 10 open spots here. So I'm looking to mint 16 properties. So 16 by 250. I don't want to mess that up, so I'll go ahead and get my calculator out. I need to have 4,000 NFT in my wallet to do my mint. I currently have 1,500, but so I'm going to go over here to the cash, and I'm able to cash money out of the game. So I want to go ahead and flop this because I'm taking money out to be able to, so I'm withdrawing any to be able to get my my NIT. So I need to get this over 4,000 to get my mints. In reality, I want to take enough out to be able to get the complete 4,000 because I leave this money here to be able to do my electricity. And so I'll talk about that briefly next. So I need to take out probably about 500,000. So this will take out 500,000 of my 800,000. Now remember, you can only do one withdrawal every single 15 days. And so because of that, when I look at this, I go, I don't really need that much funds in the game. So let's go ahead and make a list a little bit bigger. We'll do 600,000. That way I get enough to do a couple other properties or just a little bit money for buying electricity. This is something to remember when you do with your withdrawals. You don't want to take all your money out of the game. You want to take enough out though that you're not going to need more soon, because otherwise you won't be able to do it. You also need to leave enough behind to buy your things in the store, like cleaning crews, repair kits, and construction crews, which is why I am leaving behind a whole 200,000. You might be thinking, why not just take out all of it? But that's why. So we'll go ahead and do the withdrawal. Again, I'm going to have to do a little fee here. And also, as you can see, when I'm doing this, I'm moving 100,000 tokens, or a little over 100,000 tokens on that 25% fee is getting put back into the game. This is how the token is able to keep growing, and it's able to go ahead and let you continue to get those tokens within the game, and why their tokens able to live not as an ever inflating token, but as a token that is always going to be basically moving around in and out of the system, paying fees, and then people bring it out, and then the only thing to do it is to sell it to people who want to use it to mint properties or to buy land, because that's the main functions of the token. And eventually they'll have other kinds of accessories, because when you have a SimCities type game, you're in a three-dimensional world. You can start to see the inside of your building, you can start to see your front lawn, you could start to imagine all the kind of different things that they could introduce and the different kind of things that they could have you putting into your properties to make them more desirable. Remember, we are playing the role of landlord, and eventually when this game has a bigger area and more things going on, we're going to be able to see more. Now I'm going to have to wait for that to finalize. I haven't actually withdrawn money before, and as you can see, it's withdrawal there. So we'll just do a refresh and we'll see if my balance is up. Yeah, so things are quick in the Binance Smart Chain. As you can see, we're relatively pretty good. Now, because I've been talking so much, I forgot how many properties I wanted to mint, but I do remember that it was 4,000. So we'll take this up to 4,000. And so that's 16 properties. We'll go back over here and just double check 1 and 5 is 6 and 10 is 16, and we'll go ahead and buy these. As you can see, there is an $18 BNB fee. I do have to take that into account. Make sure you have enough BNB to cover your fees. You'll need the $18 plus additional regular Binance fee. Do understand that is just part of how the team is making their money, how they're funding this game. And other than that, these properties are extremely cheap at 250 of these tokens. That is less than a penny per token. You're less than $2.50 for a total price of about $3.50. Now, once they mint, it does take a little while for them to actually show up. Then we'll do the grand reveal. We'll see if I get my first skyscraper. Obviously, I've talked about the fact that you would like to maybe do a bigger mint, but I'd have to buy a lot more land. So while we're waiting, we're going to talk about one other functionality. They have a staking system. I went ahead and took advantage of this once before, so I do have some NFT over here that I can withdraw. So I'm going to do another transaction here. I'm going to withdraw this. So as you can see, I staked 3,000. It earned me 480, and I staked it for 15 days. Now, I actually let this sit here for an extra week, which didn't make any sense, but I wanted to be able to show me claiming this and then restaking it. So basically, my idea here is I picked up 3,000 tokens that I plan to just keep on staking while they're doing this 16-day interest. Now, They started out with an initial amount of their token that is going to be for the staking contract. You don't have to take part in this, but it's another way that you could do it. My idea here is if I keep staking 300, I keep earning 480 tokens. Those 480 tokens can continually be used to make me either one free property or two free properties, or over time, they will save up enough for me to be able to purchase one of the entry-level lands. As you can see, if we go to the land shop, the 480, it would only take a few times before I would get to this 1500. Now, there might not be a Wakefield for sale at that price, but I would have earned it for free just for staking a certain amount of coins. Now, in the future, I might look to move that 3,000 up to 4,000 tokens if I continue to earn a decent amount of tokens and bring them out into the ecosystem. Let's go ahead and go back to the property shop and start revealing. So this should be pretty fun. We still have plenty of time. I have to get them built before 5 so that they'll be available for the next day. So we'll do our first reveal. We're looking to not get houses, and we got a 5-room house. So that was the worst option. Loser chicken dinner. But we'll get into the next one. We got another 5-room house. So on 16 properties, there's a 60% chance to get a house. So that's 6, and then I've gotten 3. So 8 to 9 would be statistically. So we'll see how many of those I get. Oh, we got our first mansion. We got a 9-room mansion. So that is medium level for the mansion. That's not a bad one to pull at all. That's a good one. We got another house. We're not even pulling 6-room houses when we pull them. We're pulling just 5. We got another mansion, another 9-room. 10-room mansions, I think, are the best. Or it could be, I think it's 8, 9, and 10. Another 5 house. Maybe all these little houses are setting me up to get my first skyscraper, huh? Another house. Come on, guys. Don't you know I'm making a video? Where's that streamer luck? Oh, a 14-room building comes up when I ask for it. So that one's actually really good. That was a really nice one to pull. Let's see here. We got another house. Okay, so I kind of lost count. I'm trying to just go through these really quick so we don't make the video too long. But it is looking like on the luck side of this mint, I'm losing. I do think I've seen more houses pop off than I would like. So unless we finish really strong with these 3 being buildings, or one of them being a skyscraper, we definitely got unlucky. We got a building, so that helped turn it around. One more building, and I would say the luck turns around. A mansion, that helps a little bit. Can the last one be a skyscraper? Nope, but a 6-room house, so at least it was a little one. So we didn't have that streamer luck. We didn't do spectacularly well. I can go ahead and go to the game and look at my blueprints really quick so we can recap those really quick. So let's go ahead and buy number of rooms. So we got 2 buildings, 114 and 112. We got 3 mansions, all 9. So that was kind of interesting. We got 2 6-room houses, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 houses. So that's definitely on the higher percentage of the system. I minted 16 properties, and I came out with 9 over 56 is 56%. I got to work on my math, guys. Actually, that wasn't too bad. So let's go ahead and build these, and then we'll wrap this video up. Sorry it ended up being a little bit longer than some people might have liked, but these updates are important to do, show you some more gameplay, show you how to get into this if you skipped my other videos. So we'll go to the store now. We need 16 construction crews because I am building 16 buildings. So again, that was why I had to leave some money behind. I also left money behind just to be able to, oh, this didn't update yet, so let me just refresh this. So you'll see that correct price. And there's my construction crews. I'll talk a little bit about fences when we go to the land. You would need to buy fences if you're building on this desert. You don't have to buy a land. They give you one free, but if you put your lands over here, you need to give them fences so they make a little less money because you have to spend more to maintain them because you're using free land. You use land that you bought and it works better. Okay, so we're going to go here And in this spot right here, we're going to do my 14-room building. Because this land gets a slightly bigger bonus, it makes more sense for me to go ahead and do my bigger buildings on this one. And then I'll put my smaller buildings over here on the beach. So we'll go here to this one here, my other bigger one, and we will build my other smaller building. We will build my mansion. We will build the other mansion. We still have one more mansion to build. And then we'll do one of the 6-room houses. And then we'll go back to my properties. It looks like Lizette Beach is going to be houses. Now, houses are still profitable. And one of the things you would notice, one of the gameplay mechanics to keep people playing is I didn't get any skyscrapers. I only got a few mansions and a few buildings. So I would be able to eventually here stop minting to actually fill my land and minting for luck. So what I would do is I would just save up some tokens, go ahead and take some out. Maybe I would sell a few to cover my B&B fees, and then I would go ahead and mint properties, not actually trying to get anything in particular, just trying to upgrade these houses, because if I'm not going to end up buying any more lands, all of my lands are now full, and I don't want to play on the free one because I just don't want to have to do that management. Maybe somebody could tell me I should, but I would be looking to now upgrade across these 5 lands. Now everybody has to have their own opinion of how many lands they want before they decide to make the upgrade option, and you'll have to watch the market, watch the coin, and decide when you want to take your profit. But I hope this covers everything. In general, this broke down how you would come in and you would play the game, how things work, the mini games that are coming, the fact that they have a lotto situation, the fact that there is still land for sale, but there won't be for much longer, as I imagine the Lizette Beach will sell out soon. Then Bridgetown, you probably have some time if you only want to get a Wakefield. The main differences within the lands is these ones give bigger bonuses. The actual price per spot is the same, but this one gives a bigger bonus to your rent, this one a bigger bonus, and I think this one almost no bonus. Oh wait, 6% rent bonus, 8% rent bonus, and this one's a 10%. And if you compare this to the last time they sold land, all of these are 2% less. So once all of this land sells out, they still, I think, have enough land available. It's not unlimited, but they are releasing it in what I believe is 3 releases. So the Origin releases all did 2% more. So my Origin Bridgetown is the same as a Lizette Beach when it comes to size and bonuses. It holds 10 and it gives the 10% bonus. So it looks like the next time this comes out, Annapolis will probably only hold 10 and be 10%, and this will only hold 8 and be 8%, and this will only hold 6 and be 6%, and this will only hold 4 and will be 4% if they continue downgrading the land how they did in the future. Now, it's possible they don't do that. They decide to just go ahead and leave it right here, but we'll have to decide what the team decides to do. All right, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for checking out my update on the Nintia estate. And if you're interested in this, stay tuned for the giveaway video. I do think there'll be one coming up soon. Bye.